So actually, I am going to need to take the tail shaft apart because I'm going to need this to bolt up to the back of the main housing to double check clearance and stuff on the shaft. This is the unique side shifting mechanism that Keisler put on here, so I'll take that off. I'm going to pull the seal out. One thing to note for the counter shaft, if you look at this is what mates up to the main housing. This is the bearing race for the counter shaft, and there's shims behind that. And then this is what holds the main shaft in. So to check end play on the shafts, I got to be able to bolt this up to it. Looks like there's a roll pin here. I can get at it, I think, this way. It went too far. It's pinned against the case. Let me get a pair of pliers to try to pull that back. I do not believe that Keisler ever meant for this wrist pin to come out. It is hard to come out, and there's no room to do it. So I pounded it out as far as it'll go. Now I have, before it hits the outside of the case, or the inside of the case, now I have vice grips on it. I'm going to try to pound it out that way. Yeah, it's coming. Oh, I'm pinned against the case. Ah, shit. Well, we'll just pound it back a little bit. Alright, so now it's loose. Still not enough to get off the shaft. Alright, well, I'm going to keep working on it here. So I don't know if you guys have ever taken out wrist pins like this, but so what I did was I pounded it through as far as it would go. So it was sticking out on this side, where that shows up. And then I put the vice grips on it, and I started pounding on the vice grips this way to pull it out, which I got it out. So now, in theory, this thing should be loose on the shaft. And it is. Alright, so now that shaft should be able to come out. So I'm going to just pound this thing down, basically sliding it down the shaft. I'm getting a new shaft on this thing, so I need to take this shifter tab off first to allow the shaft to come out. Alright, so this should come off, which it does. So now I should be able to slide the shaft out at the end. There we go. Okay, so the Keisler stuff is off. Because of the modifications they made, I bought a new shaft, although it looks like this is the original hole for the shifter cup, and this is the one that Keisler drilled. But doesn't matter, got a new shaft. So I am going to leave this, I think this is something for reverse. I'm going to leave that in, I don't need to take that out. I will take out, there's the pin for that, for this guy. I'm going to take out the bearing race and the shims, and I need to take out the seal also. I'm also going to replace the tail shaft seal since I have it all apart. Alright, that's a stripped out tail housing right there, stripped out. So this is that anaerobic gasket sealer. That's what the red that's on there. It's really tough to get off. What I've been doing is taking a razor blade and scraping as much as possible off. Okay, and you don't want to dig up the aluminum. Just scrape along, and then taking green Scotch-Brite pad with some WD-40 spray on there, and then that takes off the rest of it. One of the videos I watched had suggested the razor blade, and he was spot on. It's like the only thing that takes this stuff off.